Okay, here we go again. Take, what is this? Take three? I don't know. It's always been something. The last time my wife turned on the printer and it totally threw off my train of thought and I just started saying random things. My ADD took over. I suck at build videos. Here we go. Going to be going over my Nightblade build that I have used in BGs for like the last, I don't know. I've gone through many versions of it, but I've been testing this build for like 3 months, trying different sets, different armor type combinations, different skills. Um, and this is what I've come up with. This is what I think is the best bow Nightblade build for BG specifically. I wanna be clear about that. I have played this build in Zero. I have played it in IC, but in my opinion, the best way to play Nightblade in open world CP PvP, it's a mouthful, is burst. Is just burst, not dots. Just burst. Just one shot people. Why not? If you can, just do it, right? But no, this build is for BGs. So know that going forward. Actually, let's start off with the character stuff. I'm a Khajiit. We want that crit damage. I think it's important. It doesn't matter a ton, um, but I think it's the best race for most Nightblade builds. We are Vampire Stage 3, of course. Vampire is amazing, um, for obvious reasons. If you don't know, just look it up because I do want to get through this quickly so that I can jump into a BG afterwards and you guys can just kind of see how this build plays in real time without like a pre-selected clip that maybe only shows it doing super well. Hopefully I'll get a game that is a little bit hard and you'll maybe see where this build can struggle at times. Anyway, um, the Shadow is our Mundus Stone. Again, crit damage, super important, and it also boosts our crit healing, so that's big. This is just it's damage and it's healing, which is I think amazing for a Mundus Stone, which is why I believe it's really picking up in popularity lately. So I don't want to go over the numbers too much. I mean, you'll kind of see how it goes. We have 40 in health, 24 in magicka. We got 11k pen. That's going to go up because we have major breach. So the pen is just where we want it. The crit damage is 50%, but we have race against time for minor force, and we have minor brittle from Elisa. So 70% plus the base 50%, 120% crit damage, ideally, is what we're going to be getting in most cases. But yeah, numbers, whatever. Let's move on to the sets. This is where this build starts to identify itself from other Nightblade builds. We're running the Baron Thirsk helmet. We want that dual recovery. We are using some stam and some mag with this build. We kind of split our resources between them, and that's how we're able to sustain by using both mag and stam skills. So it's really important that we have this dual recovery monster one piece. The armor, the main set, Sheer Venom. Sheer Venom is incredible. It's underrated even. I think it's the only way to really make bow viable, even in BGs anyway, apart from like a snipe, force pulse sort of one-shot thing. Sheer Venom is what gives bow its kill power. It's what gives bow its damage. I just want to see if we can open up a CMX where, let's see, a CMX where you can see the damage. Here we go. Sheer Venom, 22% of my damage, the highest damage. Burning is there, the poison injection is there, entropy is there, but you can see these dots are putting in the work. This is what's pressuring people down. So Sheer Venom is incredible. We'll swap back to this for a second because I want to show that off in a moment when we get onto the other bar. Um, that's right, I was doing sets. This is gonna be really bad, guys. This is why I put off making a build video for so long. I have super bad ADD, so this is gonna be all over the place. It's not scripted or anything, but yeah. Um, the traits, the traits should all be well fitted. These two are the only two that I haven't transmuted yet, just because I've been kind of messing around with weights and stuff. Um, but let's move on. And the shoulder is well fitted, like I said. We have 5 well fitted. Ideally, we'd have 7. Well fitted is just kind of underrated in my opinion. especially, excuse me, for a bow build where we're going to be dodging a lot to keep up that major expedition, as well as sprinting a lot because we're constantly repositioning and trying to like get some space between us and our enemies, or get close to our enemies and then get space again. I'll go over that later in like the play style, but yeah. Um, we're also got sheer venom on the legs since this is medium. These are our four pieces of medium: the helmet, the shoulders, the chest, the legs. And the next set is Draugr, again, well fitted. With tri-stats, I should mention I have tri-stats on everything. If you can't afford it, just save up for it. Tri-stats are you're just doing yourself a huge disservice not having tri-stat. So anyway, Draugr. Um, Draugr is my choice on this build because of how much it's going to be boosting all the dots we have. um, that extra 330 damage on our poison injection, on our sheer venom, on our structured entropy, on our burning, our like all of our other statuses, our poison, it it adds up. It does so much damage. I've tested it without Draugr. I've tried Shattered Fate. I've tried Order's Wrath. Nothing competes with Draugr. It's just too good on this style of dot Nightblade build, dot slash burst Nightblade build, because this build does have pretty big burst potential on top of all these dots that are softening people up and dealing a ton of damage. So Draugr is the choice there. We've also got Draugr on the belt and the shoes. Um, as for the jewelry, I run one Swift. You could run two Swift, but I would recommend at least one Swift. Movement speed is critical to Snake. Why is there a snake? Uh, that's not my snake. Um, what was I saying? Sheer venom? No. Swift. Swift is important. Swift makes me no die. Bloodthirsty. Bloodthirsty on the jewelry is the other choice. I run two Bloodthirsty, one Swift. You could run two Swift, one Bloodthirsty, like I said before. But Bloodthirsty is critical for making our poison injection and sheer venoms tick even harder. Which brings me to our Mythic, which is the Marken Ring of Majesty. We're using this to help boost up our armor mainly. Our armor is very lacking since we can't run heavy on this build. You could run a heavy helmet, but I, whatever, man. The extra medium piece is just, it's just nice. I don't know. The only way I'd run heavy is just a heavy reinforced chest, but that's just me. You could run a heavy helmet. It'd probably be pretty good. But anyway, Markin is the choice here. It's kind of a no-brainer for most Nightblade builds. Um, and moving on from there, our front bar is Draugr. So we've got the sharpen trait there just to increase our pen a little bit, try to get squeeze out some more damage from our sets. It's just gonna overall be putting out a lot of pressure. Just based off that, it's going to increase, all of our other damage. So Escapist Poison. You can use this, or you can use um, the Double Dot Poison. I think both are good. This is a little bit better if if you want to be on the safer side. That Immobilize plus immunity to CC is really nice. Mostly it's for the Immobilize. I just think forcing people to burn a dodge roll or waste their stam or whatever is just it's really valuable. I think um, most builds should run this if it's not charged, but like I said, with Draugr, this double dot poison will do a ton of damage too. So that's another option. One of the two of those poisons. These are also cheaper, by the way. Moving on to our back bar, we have the Vatashran Perfected Ice Staff. And I will admit, um, the Vatashran's Ice Staff is not amazing on this build. I tried the Black Rose Inferno Staff on this build. It did a ton of damage, but um, Elisus, Elemental Susceptibility, is just such a broken skill on its own, um, that I have just gone back to the Vaterstrand's Ice Staff just because we want to be getting that Draugr off of our back bar, and this is the best way to do it, I think. Gives us a little bit of extra pen, which isn't too important, but the main thing is just that we're using LSS already. It's buffing LSS. And like I said, we don't want this Draugr 5-piece active on our back bar because we don't want to be reducing our healing. So let's get into the skills. I think I'm going to hop in the queue right now. Um, we'll start with the front bar. Structured Entropy is an extremely underrated skill. It's an incredible dot for damage since it lasts 24 seconds. And when you combine that with our Draugr, it's doing a ton. Let's pull up that CMX again. Oh, this is the healing. Okay, well, this is important too. Um, you can see in this case, it's actually healing more than Healthy Offering. So Structured Entropy is an amazing heal over time, and it's also our number 2 most damaging skill. So Structured Entropy is OP. Highly recommend it, especially with Draugr. Also, it I'm not sure if it's intended or not. I feel like it is, but it pulls Nightblades out of stealth with every tick, so please don't use this against me, but Structured Entropy is broken. Poison Injection, it's uh, it's our main dot that's applying Sheer Venom, so we're essentially applying 2 dots with this one skill. Both have execute multipliers, so between Poison Injection and Sheer Venom, when people get low, the dots are ticking so hard, especially with Bloodthirsty. I've seen the dots tick for like 2.5k each, so these dots are just disintegrating low health people. Um, Poison Injection is our way of doing that. It also hits pretty hard on low HP people too. It can hit for like 8k or whatever, which isn't, nothing crazy, but the skill is so fast that it's an amazing way to just snipe out a low HP person and kill them real quick. Merciless Resolve, it's our main burst skill. Not a lot to say about that. We're comboing it from Concealed Weapon. Um, we're getting an off-balance heavy attack stun into Merciless. That's what we're looking for a lot of the time. Power Extraction, it may seem odd to run a melee source of Major Brutality, but the way this build plays is kind of an in-between of range and melee. A lot of the time, we are going to be running in and then running out again. The new Vine Dusk training trait kind of incentivizes that sort of gameplay since you get that 5% damage boost for being close to people, and then you get the crit chance for being further. But the previous trait, what was it called, long shots or whatever, only incentivizes long range play. So this sort of build is a lot more viable now thanks to this little trait change. Um, yeah, we're getting our Major Brutality from this. We're getting our what is it called, Minor Courage from that. So it's boosting our damage a ton. Concealed Weapon, this is a must-have. Major Berserk, Minor Expedition, no brainer on the front bar. In cap, you can use in cap or you can use Soul Tether. I think both have their place. I would use in cap in flag games, whereas I would use Soul Tether in like Chaos Ball or Deathmatch. It just depends on whether or not you think people will be grouped up enough. So let's get into the back bar. Healthy Offerings are burst heal. We're using it over Shrewd Offering because we want that minor mending. It's going to be giving us that 8% extra healing from our Resolving Vigor, as well as our Structured Entropy. So this is buffing our other heal skills, which makes it worth that little bit of drained health. Elemental Susceptibility, I kind of talked about this before, but it's instant, it's free, it's Major Breach, it's Burning, Chilled Concussion, and Brittle. It's broken. It's proccing our Vautron Ice Staff. The skill is just amazing. It's on every build, almost every build for a reason. Resolving Vigor, heal over time, minor resolve. Um, Cloak, it's Cloak. We're using it to combo in cap or Merciless. Race Against Time, this is really, really important. It's our minor force as well as my major expedition and removing our snares. So this is how you get out of dicey situations without popping your temporal guard, which is here for minor protection, but also if you're in a really bad spot, you can juke somebody off a Z-axis by jumping down and then teleporting back up. Um, this build is really squishy, so I would say temporal guard is kind of a must-have. You could run tether back bar in cap front bar, but you're going to struggle if a good player gets on you and you don't have temporal guard to get out of it. So, um, let's see, we're still in queue. I wanted you guys to be able to see, you know, kind of a realistic version of how this build does in a game. I guess while we wait, feel free to skip ahead, by the way, till whenever the game starts. But while we wait, I want to talk about what I think. Oh, I need to pop my food. What I think the most important thing about, most important tip for this build is that you need to learn how to do this quick hop jump. If you don't know how to do it, there's guides for it on YouTube. I think just Google like ESO jump tech or ESO fast jump. I don't know, something like that. But essentially what we're doing is we're sprinting, we're jumping, and we're blocking all at the same time. And that is allowing us to jump without the movement speed penalty. So this is useful because you can cast skills while in the air. So you can essentially be moving sprint speed while healing or blocking. You see what I mean? Stuck in a tree. But it's really important to use to reposition or get off a heavy attack, since you can charge the heavy attack while you're jumping. But okay, we got a deathmatch. Perfect. Let's see who's in here. Brockenheimer. God, I hate this guy. Let's see, Scottish Samurai. This guy's pretty good. Christoph, I think he's okay. Isabella's a decent Nightblade. Not sure about my teammates. I've seen this Valor guy before. I think he's not bad. But since it is a death match on this map, I'm gonna run Soul Tether. It's just gonna maybe help me out of a tight spot and possibly secure like a full team wipe, which is gonna be more valuable than just an end cap. So yeah, I recognize him. I'm gonna recognize these two. Okay, we've got Hockey. He's pretty good, I think. So a bunch of them are spawning in. I'm just gonna get some distance. Dot this guy up. Friend's already down. I'm gonna go for the Soul Tether here. Took him out. We're gonna dot this next guy up, starting with entropy. Put our breach. Just against time. Quick hop on the edge. Looks like red's all here. Kind of want to reposition. I don't want to be this close to them. So we're gonna quick hop over here. See if we can get that guy. Our team got him. That's good. I have to be very aware of my stamina on this build, because if you ever get stammed out, you're basically guaranteed dead. You can see that that guy was, I mean, he's not very good, but he was just getting disintegrated by my dots. He couldn't even out-heal it. So it just made him a free kill for me to just run in. Get a big tether here. That guy goes down. Reposition again. Nobody else is low yet. Get back to routine. We're all sort of backing up the stairs, which is good. Right now I'm just spamming dots on everybody, just trying to get out damage, maybe get a random kill. Nightblade tried to burst me there. Check and make sure we're still rolling. Okay, good, we are. have enough for another tether, so what I'm looking for now is for somebody to overextend. Use it here. This guy. Red is really tanky, which is going to make this hard. Looks like they've got, yeah, they've got a lot of heal. And I'm going to die for that. Oops. And I'm going to get debagged, of course. Yeah. Opening up scoreboard in the middle of a fight, not a good idea. Hopefully that demonstrated that you can't be careless with your positioning either. So let's just say that was on purpose. Try to get this guy. Trying to deal with red is tough because they've got a lot of heals. I think what I probably should do is just focus on killing this guy. If I can catch him with those two. Got a reveal on me. Yeah, I'm dead. Brockenheimer is like, if you haven't seen him before on the way, he's very toxic. He will teabag you even if he had nothing to do with you dying. He's also really bad. I don't know if he has dodge roll bound. I see him over there. Since red is so hard to kill, I'm just gonna go and try to catch him. This is the wrong Nightblade. We're still very much in this. Where is red? I'm just gonna go to wherever my thoughts are at. So engaging on this, I'm going to try to get up my dots on everybody. This guy just suicided basically. Actually, one red is dead, which is really good. Mage lighted me, so I want to go back to me too. lot sweatier than I anticipated, so it's kind of hard to talk about what I'm doing while I'm playing. Self-killed again. Big mark on that guy. That guy was a little bit late to disengage. I saw Nightblade here and tried to get him on stealth. As long as I stay on him, he should be a goner. I remember this guy was squishy. So I'm kind of repositioning up here just because a lot of people can't jump up here without that tech that I showed before. So what I want to do now is just dot people up safely. We're just waiting for somebody to get low or be stupid and stuff. Dead. Screen guys coming, so. Try to get back to my team. I think Hockey was healing, so my team's probably going to fall apart now. It's the player with them. Dodge the Merc. I don't want to brawl either. Power extraction, off balance stun. This stupid robot. I need to remember to use tab target. That's another thing I didn't talk about. So you really want to lock on with this build because otherwise people can body block super easily. Stam, so I want to chill for a second. Just get up entropies on everyone, that way a lot. What I'm doing right now is kind of biding my time waiting for creep. Actually, this one. green is the easy kills. Red has way too much healing. This honestly was not a great like demonstration match, just because this doesn't really, it's not really how BGs typically play. We've got 1 minute left, and I'm not recording again, so let's see what else we can do. Yeah, so like I said, not the greatest demonstration game, just since Red had so much healing. This guy had almost 2 mil healing. 2 mil healing in a deathmatch is like, it's like a free win basically. Maybe I'll upload another video another time, just to kind of do this same thing, but maybe in a little bit more realistic of a lobby. But hopefully you can still kind of see, you know, the build is squishy, but if you run around and pay attention, you're not going to die that much. You also just farm other Nightblades, so that's always a nice thing. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you do try the build, let me know. I'd be curious to see if, you know, if it works out for you guys. I think it's a little bit of an adjustment at first, but overall, it's pretty good. I mean, you could see that I did 2.2 million damage, 2.3 million damage. Let's just look at the CMX, just out of curiosity. Sheer Venom, Poison Injection, number 1 and 2. Structured Entropy, Power Extraction, Burning, Soul Tether. Yeah. Let's look at our heals. Oh wait, that's not how we do that. Yeah, Structured Entropy actually healing, again, more than Healthy Offering. It was almost all Vigor and Entropy. Man. Anyway, like I said, hope you enjoy. I think this is a good place to cut it. If anybody wants to see another game like that with that sort of commentary, just in a little bit more of like a squishy lobby, like something more like, you know, 20 or 30 kills, I could try to do that. But otherwise, thanks for watching and good luck.